Bonjour and welcome to day 3 of my Build Your Resolve for 2021 and Ignite Your Fire program. So today is the third day of the first week, which is focusing on building your vision board. And we are going to focus today on our house of emotions. What does the house of emotion cover? Well, it is everything that has to do with your emotional life, meaning your love life, but also your friendships and your family. So we saw last year like a lot of us experiencing isolation and lockdown, not being able to travel, not being able to see our friends, and most importantly, even when we were able to see our friends, not being able to have physical contact, how difficult and very depressing I think it has been for us. And if you know that when you have young babies, young children, and they are born, if they do not get any strokes, they die. You understand how important the physical contact and the social life is to most of us. And getting touched, getting kissed, getting close and feeling the love is so important. And all these things that we take for granted, well, 2020 has taught us that they are not so trivial and that we really need them. So I really encourage you to maybe go back after you finish today's exercise to the gratitude meditation that you have found under the day 1 of the week, and to really be thankful for the vaccine, and for us seeing the light at the end of the tunnel in 2021, and soon being able to travel and to see our friends. And personally, I always set an intention, and I try to be very grateful for the modern communication means and for the fact that we have video screens that allow us to see our friends. What is now your vision regarding your love life? We'll move on to the first aspect of this house. Regarding your love life for 2021, this is pretty straightforward. You know what you are expecting from in this category. Do you want to find the perfect person for you? Do you believe there is the perfect someone for you out there, or do you already have it? Are you really happy in your love life? But there is somebody that we usually forget when we build our resolve and when we think about defining our love life, and it is us, it is ourselves. Why? Because if you want to have the perfect love relationship and you do not love yourself first, well, it's not going to work. So learning how to be selfish and to fly, so first love yourself, is the most important thing and the most important step. And while building your vision board and looking at this theme, at this house for today and the love relationship, you should really, I think, write something for yourself. What can you do to love yourself more before you look for finding love from somebody else outside? The second aspect is your friendships. So friendships and families, which we are going to examine as well, are both networks. Okay, so I like to really think about my friendships as networks. And for me, I experienced a very difficult time when after 10 years of living in expat in the Middle East, I came back to Paris, and I noticed that people had gone on with their lives, and it was very difficult to reintegrate a network because they just forget that you are here. And I had to rebuild, to find new friends and to rebuild the network. And doing this has really shown me that having your friends are a network that you need to cultivate. So you choose your network. Sorry about hesitating for my words, but you choose your network, you cultivate it, you grow it, and also you influence it, and your network evolves. And this is why at the turn of the year, every year, I try to look at my friendship networks and to separate them into categories. So there are the networks that are, like my closest networks. These are my friends until I die. I would carry a dead body on my shoulders for them. These ones I keep aside, I cherish them, and I always try to make a constant effort to stay close to them, to send notes, to stay in touch, and to tell them that I love them and that I think of them. Then there's a second network in my friendship that are people that have potential to grow, and maybe they are not, somebody that I'm going to tell my deepest fears or that I'm going to show all my vulnerability in front of them. However, they have a potential because maybe for my business or for some kind of interest that I have, they are useful. So it doesn't mean that because they would not carry a dead body on their shoulder for you, you have to throw them in the garbage. However, you have to know for these kind of people that they can be useful as well as you can be useful for them. And you have to be very, I think, realistic on what you can expect from these people, and just decide that you are going to put them in this category. And then the third part of your network is like you trim the branches of a tree or of a plant when you want them to grow. There are some things or some relationships that no longer serve you and that you have to let go. So I would encourage you this year to focus on what you want to grow, what you want to cultivate, and to make a conscious effort to grow and cultivate these kind of relationships and friendships. The last network is your family. So in the families, we all know that we have our roles, and that no matter what happens, you are stuck in a role. You have this label on your forehead, and whatever happens, you are always going to be the boring number one, or the crazy number two, or the baby number three in the family. However, if maybe we are happy, we are not happy with the situation, and I think it is very important also to assess the situation. And now that the families are trying to also get closer with the pandemic, I feel it is very important to assess and to look at our place in the families, and also to try to cut out the toxic bonds, because there always are toxic bonds in the families, and it's not because it's family that you have to accept them. So to put some limits, and also to ask yourself if you can forgive what can be forgiven, because at the end of the day, we all do the best we can, and our parents also did the best they can, and there are mistakes. And we have transgenerational traumas that we are carrying and passing on to the next generation as well. So that's it for your theme of the day. Go to your workbook. You will find all the explanations, and just, I think the main takeaway is that when thinking about your love and your emotional house, your emotions, you have to first love yourself and to first focus on yourself. Have fun, enjoy, practice the gratitude meditation, and I will be seeing you tomorrow. Bye.